Hi and welcome back to the channel. I am Stephanie Ada. If you're new here, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to also turn on the notification bell so you'll be updated each time I upload on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. I love you so much. And today we are going to be talking about a topic that has been often slept on. Not many people talk about this, which is postgraduate depression. Welcome to my postgraduate diaries, because I'm going to be sharing everything and everything concerning life after school. And yeah, let's head into the video. I had to obviously make a video about postgraduate depression because not many people speak about it, and I feel like it's something we need to discuss because there are so many people experiencing and going through postgraduate depression. Graduating from uni feels like you've reached the finish line, right? Like you've studied hard, you've passed your exams, and now you're being thrown into the world. But for so many of us, post-graduation doesn't really feel like victory. Instead, it feels confusing, lonely, and sometimes overwhelming. And if that is you right now watching this video, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone, because there are so many people that have gone through the same experience, but not many people are courageous to come out to speak about how they are feeling or how the situation is affecting them. So with that being said, today we'll be diving into postgraduate depression, what it is, how it happens, and how you can also navigate your way through postgraduate depression. Stay tuned. Postgraduate depression isn't just about feeling sadness or maybe disappointment. It can also mean a feeling of lack of direction when you're not sure of where you're going to or how your life is actually going to go, because things are not just going according to plan that you had imagined earlier on. It can also stem from constantly questioning your self-worth. It can also come from pressures, expectations to succeed immediately, financial stress, losing your friendship circle, or even just adjusting to life beyond campus. And unfortunately, many of us feel like we're supposed to have everything figured out, which we don't. But here's the thing, feeling lost after graduation is actually a common thing. Many of us feel this way, including me. I felt that way so many times after my induction, which happened in sometime June. And immediately after that, I had to start applying for internships. I'm going to be dropping my stories along the way so you understand where I am coming from. I'm speaking from the position of having experienced postgraduate depression, so you understand that I understand what you are going through and what exactly you're feeling. Basically, that was why I went to Lagos. I went to Lagos specifically for my internship. Most of the hospitals I applied to were actually in Lagos. Unfortunately, when I got there, I now discovered that most of the hospitals there are actually accepting interns next year. And back in my home city, I only applied to one hospital because of certain reasons. And learning that information, I actually had to come back home, and here I am. So you understand where I am coming. So back to what I was saying, the transition can take time, and there is no fixed time to when you're supposed to have it all together. Finding your footing is a gradual process, so feel free to always ask people around you for help. So what can you do if you're struggling with postgraduate depression? And this is actually the main reason why we are here. So the first thing you're going to do is to reconnect with your passion. Yes, you need to find your joy. When I was going through postgraduate depression, I was depressed basically. I was down, I was sad most of the time. The only thing I'm thinking about is when will I start my internship? When can I start? I was down bad most of the time. Normally I'm this kind of person that listens to music a lot. I couldn't even listen to music. I forgot there was actually a thing like music at that time that I was experiencing postgraduate depression. I'm going to shorten it to PGD. So instead of focusing on finding your job or the next step that is perfect, spend time reconnecting with activities or interests that brings you joy. Sometimes hobbies or creative pursuits bring back clarity. So you understand where I'm coming from. It lightens the load from your heart. I wish I could tell you guys, show you guys exactly there were days that I would be literally down bad, I would be so sad, thinking about how my life is not going exactly as I planned it. And then I start feeling this, I start getting this feeling of time is running out. I do not have that time to, I don't really know how to explain it, but I was just constantly having this feeling that time is running out, I don't know what to do and all. So at one point I had to learn, take a step back. It's hard, but you need to do it for your own sake, because we forget to even show ourselves love. We forget to love ourselves. So now you have to get back to things that usually brings you joy when you do them. So if you love to paint, if you love to read, if listening to music is your go-to, is your thing that brings you joy, go back, take a step back and do those things that you usually do enjoy, that gives you happiness. So that is my first tip. So the second thing I'm going to be mentioning is finding support communities. You must not be in a very big group, or maybe being around your friends is what you need. If you know you have good friends, emphasis on good friends, because there are some people that will take advantage of your feelings and try to make you feel worse than you feel. Make sure you surround yourself with good friends, good company, people that will try to elevate your spirit. Most times I would always call my very good friend Dima. If you're watching this, love, kisses, thank you for always being there. Basically, we're going through the same thing, so I was always calling her to check up on her. How are you doing? Hope you're good. How is life? What was your routine? Things like this can help you, bring you out from that state of mind that you're in, and basically just clear your mind. Yeah, that is one. Or if you can find yourself some groups to join, maybe paint and sip groups, because now there are things like that, you can go check for them. And art group, church group, anything that has to do with meeting group of people, because there's this feeling that comes with leaving school, because back then in school you had a community of people that you were always around, whether you're talking to them or not, but just being in that environment gives you joy, and probably you miss that too. So I would advise that you find groups like that, or if you have friends, then make sure you move around with them a lot, and hopefully it will help you and your state of mind. So number 3 on the list, if you know you're experiencing PGD or postgraduate depression to an extreme length or an extreme height, I would kindly advise for you to visit a therapist or a very good counselor, a licensed counselor, to help you with your experience and your feelings, because it's not something for you to take lightly, because we cannot, you need help. If you know you're thinking too far or considering things that are dangerous, please consider talking to someone. A therapist or a counselor will be a good one, and I am speaking from a place of love. So if you know you're going through that, please visit a therapist. And I would like to remind you that there is no shame at all. You don't even need to tell anybody. There is no shame in meeting a counselor or a therapist. Everyone needs a therapist at some point in their life, and feel free to always reach out to them. The fourth thing that I would like you to do is to set small goals. I feel like I've said this in so many of my videos, you could line them up and hear me say goals. But I am saying this because it makes you feel tiny joys of overcoming small challenges. It must not be big ones. Maybe set small things for yourself, maybe for the day or maybe for the week. And that is one. And the 5th thing I'm going to be telling you, my viewer that is watching me today, is be compassionate to yourself. It is funny how we are very quick to show compassion to our friends or maybe our family members, but we often forget to show ourselves compassion, and we need that the most for ourselves. Do not be in a hurry to set unrealistic, I'm not saying that your goals cannot be attained, but give yourself some grace. That is where I'm coming from. Give yourself some time and move at your own pace, because this person's time might not be your time. Because sometimes we can overlook certain things and notice how some of our friends or our classmates / course mates have achieved those things that we wished for ourselves, but then you feel like, okay, I'm not there, and then you start giving yourself unnecessary pressure. I'm trying to tell you that you need to take it easy on yourself and show yourself some love. Everybody have their time, and you will get to where you have planned for yourself eventually, as far as you're putting in the work. My very last tip I'm going to share is, this is something one of my friends actually told me when I was explaining the feelings that I used to have, especially the feeling of time moving faster than you and you're like way behind. So what this person said to me is that take this part of your life as the time to experiment, the time to see what works for you, like anything that comes to mind. And one funny thing about postgraduate depression is that at this point, especially at the beginning stages, you feel like there's a lot of ideas that are popping into your mind. Like today is like, oh, I can do this thing. Tomorrow is like, oh, do you think I should start this thing? Sometimes if it is something you know very well that you can try, then do well to like fix yourself in all those things and try to like engage yourself most of the time, because as they say, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. And instead of you letting yourself slip away or just go like that, then try your best to like do something different. Do something different with your life. Explore. This is the time to explore. Try new things. Try to make the best out of your life. You know the saying as it goes, when life gives you lemons, then try to make lemonade. This is what you should take this part or this point of your life for. And I hope that you actually make it through, because it's a personal journey and it can be very draining at times, and I wish that with time you would actually grow out of it. So if you're going through this, I would like to, I'm praying for you and I am cheering on for you, and I hope that everything suddenly goes very well for you according to plan. And I also pray the same thing for myself, because I am still currently on the hunt for internship space. And when I eventually get it, I would not also fail to tell you guys about it and probably share my experiences. It's not even probably, I would share my experience with you guys. And I'm being hopeful, fingers crossed, and I am praying and hoping that you watching this today would also get through whatever emotion or feeling that you're going through. So with that, I would like to say thanks for hanging out with me today. So if you can relate to most of the things that I have said, or some of the things that I have said, feel free to drop a comment on the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more real talk. Bye!